As part of the Accentuate programme, we run a project called History of Place. And History of Place is a national project that's looking at 800 years of history over at 8 different locations. So Liverpool is one of these 8 locations. And the reason we've kind of selected these different places is because of the kind of historic timeline to show that disabled people have been around as long as everybody else, and they've played an important part in all of our history. So to kind of reflect on that, we're looking at this 800 years of time. And the buildings that we focus on really help tell the stories of the people that either designed them or inhabited them or went to school in them. So for Liverpool, it is the Royal School for the Blind that we're looking at, which is the first in the UK of blind schools and only the second in the world. So it really is kind of quite a pioneering place, hence the title of the exhibition. It's been a fantastic kind of research project because we've worked with local volunteers to really kind of delve through the archives and find out all the fascinating stories relating to the building. And one thing that we realised was that actually, although people tend to think Edward Rushton was the main founder of the school, although he was and he had a really big part to play, there were actually many other people involved in it, and there were actually 4 blind men that were kind of the key founders for the school. So we're kind of bringing out some of these stories a bit more that maybe weren't so known until now. As the title suggests, we said pioneering people and places, but the exhibition itself is pioneering because we've tried to use as many different accessible approaches as we can. So what we mean by that is that there are lots of opportunities for you to come and touch things. There are tactile replicas of models, there are tactile plans of the buildings, smells, so you can experience it through smell as well, and of course audio description too. So it's a very interactive and accessible space. I think for me, one of the things that I've found most fascinating is finding out more about the blind school and basket making, because I think we might assume, oh, it was a kind of activity to keep people busy, rather than actually these were really skilled craftspeople, and the objects that they produced were really, really beautiful and apparently really highly thought after. So they had a shop that, you know, had exquisite things in it, and apparently from our volunteers we heard that one of them remembered her mother, you know, really wanting to own one of these objects, but they were just too expensive. So you kind of get the value of these things as well, and that's a story that we don't hear very often.